Hello guys, and welcome to Till Vacuum Do Us Part. I am taking down Christmas today, and I'm going to be sharing with you all of my organization, just tips and tricks. So let's go ahead and get started in today's video.
Yeah, I know I'm gonna be the man who goes along with you. If I get drunk, well I know I'm gonna be the man who gets drunk next to you. And if I heaver,
We got all of my containers and organizers in. I'm gonna talk about each and every one of these as we go, but I'm gonna have all this linked down below my Amazon store. So if you have never had good Christmas organization, I feel like it's a good way to go. You don't have to. If you just want to put everything away and shove it up in the attic or basement till next year, that's totally fine. That is so an option. But if you pulled everything down this year and you're like, this is a mess, things were broken, I couldn't find the things I needed, I'm going to be helping you out in today's video.
I'm gonna be the man who's heavering to you. But I would walk 500 miles and I would walk 500 more just to be the man who walked 1,000.
The very first thing I actually wanted to work on, because it was stressing me out the most, was my wrapping bin. I just had so much in here. A lot of it had barely anything left on the roll. I had old bags that had name tags on them. If I could peel them off, I kept them, but if not, I needed to get rid of them. So this just needed some organization so I could clear my head and move on.
I know I'm gonna be the man who comes back home to you. And if I drove, well I know I'm gonna be the man who's going over you. But I would walk 500.
This is by far one of my favorite pieces for wrapping, because I feel like otherwise wrapping stuff ends up everywhere, like behind doors, under beds. You can never find the wrapping paper you need. You have no place to store it when you're done, so you end up just trashing it. And I will say I'm going to get rid of those because there's barely anything on them. But I bought this, or Chase surprised me with it last year, and I love it. You can keep everything in it. It even locks in your, paper rolls right there. I have boxes, I have bags. It has these pockets for different items. Savannah last year got me so organized and put this basket in here, which was perfect. So it has bows, tape, scissors, all of that stuff. So when I need to wrap, or she needs to wrap, or Chase needs to wrap, you can just grab it and know you have everything that you need. So you don't have to keep getting up and down, up and down, up and down. Because I know we've all done that in the past. The next thing you need to do before you start ripping down all of your Christmas, no matter how you're going to organize it, take photos. If you did something that you really loved that you might want to redo next year, even if you think you might not, you might go ahead and take that picture, because if you did enjoy it, you may want to recreate it next year, and I'm telling you, you're going to forget. In the moment, you're like, I'm going to remember, it's fine, how could I forget? I always forget. So try to take close-ups, or film videos if you want to see how you put it together or whatever it was, but definitely make sure you have those on your phone. And then the next thing I personally like to start doing is taking down Christmas trees. Some people save this for last. I asked over on Instagram, and I noticed a lot of people were taking down Christmas the same day I was, which was Christmas Day. That's our tradition. But they leave up just their trees. They even take the ornaments off, but they just want the glow a little longer. So that's something fun to do too. If you don't own a tree bag by now, grab it. I'm gonna link it down below. I get mine off Amazon. They're just so helpful. They zip up, they strap it in real tight, and they have wheels on the bottom, so you can just wheel it out if you don't want to carry it. I have these for every one of our trees, and I just feel like it's so helpful. Now, when you're taking down Christmas decor, there's a lot of options for me. I kind of go room by room or space by space. You could go by category, like if you want to take down all the trees, if you have several, and then like garland and kind of go in that order. I like to get rooms just clean and done. So I took everything out of this room. I don't do a deep clean, but I do want to like dust and at least vacuum up if there's anything left over from like glitter or trees or anything like that. I just do like a real quick cleanup. The other thing I like to do is put furniture back where it belongs. So typically if you put a tree in a space, you've probably moved something. So I needed to put the chair back in this corner. And then you're gonna see here in a second, I had to go get to the tree, like the olive tree from our movie room, and I put it back in the office. So I just kind of get back to normal. Like I said, no deep cleaning, no major decorating. You're gonna see me start putting things back. Like I don't want the house to feel empty. So if I had something there originally, I wanna go ahead and put it back.
I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm
First room is done. I started in here because I like getting the trees down first. That's actually the only one that's left. I've already taken down the one in the movie room. But it's because stuff's going on over there. If you guys don't follow me on Instagram, I've got a whole thing going on, so we'll talk about that later. But in here, I got that down, plus it was the easiest space because that was basically the only thing in here, and then I just had to rearrange a few pieces back. I've been putting this bed in here lately because the boys like laying right here. But there's something so nice about putting up Christmas. Like I love Christmas decor, but you get that same feeling taking it down and everything's just back like clean and minimal and simple. I love that look too. And here's my friendly reminder. Anytime I'm doing something like this, if it's a makeover, if it's decluttering, it always gets worse before it gets better. So don't panic. Don't stop. Like if you need breaks, take breaks. Like here in a second, I'm gonna stop and eat lunch, but definitely just take your time and know like by the end of the night, this is all gonna be done. You don't have to rush it. You don't have to be done in 30 minutes. This video may seem short, but it's gonna take me several hours. So just remember, take your time, don't rush. And you're gonna thank yourself when you pull all of this down next year to decorate.
That's easy to say. We have a list of people that we would take. A bullet for them, a bullet for you, a bullet for everybody in this room. But they don't seem to see many bullets coming through. See many bullets coming through. Metaphorically, I'm the man, but literally, I don't know what I do. I'd live for you, and that's hard to do. Even harder to say when you know it's not true. Even harder to write when you know that tonight there were people back home who tried talking to you, but then you ignore them still. All these questions, they're falling like, who would you live for? Who would you die for? And would you ever kill? I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my ride.
I did get a special bag this year for all of my garland. I did want to cram it in like a tub, and I've never really had garland recently. I did like in our first house, but that was way before I even knew YouTube existed. But I wanted to keep it all together, and I didn't want it crammed where it was getting like, you know, bent really bad or anything. So I grabbed a bag. It's kind of like a tree bag, and it was perfect. So I took that down in the entryway. Now we're going to move on to my mantle and get all those pieces put in there. I loved how my fireplace turned out this year. I'm really hoping I can recreate it next year, but you know how that goes, like sometimes you just nail it and then you can never do it again. So fingers crossed next year I can make it look just like this. Just another little tip, I had special hooks for all of my garland, and I had extra, but even the ones I used, I'm all putting in the bag of the garland. So when I go to put it up next year, I have everything I need. I have the garland, I have the lights, which I'm going to keep in that bag that goes with it, and the special like command hooks I bought to hang it. So I try to keep those things together, so when I go to do something, I'm not like running all over and looking in several bins, just trying to do like one area.
I've been thinking too much. I've been thinking too much. Help me.
Now I'm gonna go ahead and finish out this space. So I got all the garland down, but I also wanna get all of the decor down. It's also really smart to carry like some type of cloth or Swiffer or duster of some sort because things are gonna be dusty. I rarely like pick up Christmas decor and clean underneath it because I know it's not gonna be up like terribly long. But by the time I go to take it down, it definitely needs a good dusting before I put up those previous pieces that I had out originally. Another tip that I've shared in previous videos is if you're taking down decor to put up Christmas decor, like say it's vases or frames or whatever, and you don't have a spot to store it in your home, you can put it in the Christmas tubs, because when you go to take Christmas down, that's when you're going to need those items to go back up. So all you have to do is switch it out, and that's a good way to store it so it's not like underneath beds and behind furniture and doors and all that. Just replace it, and then it doesn't get broke or dusty or anything like that. I also like to start grouping like items. You can do this by room. So if you want to just have like a living room tub and a bedroom tub or a kitchen, you can do that. Or if you like changing up decorating every year, kind of like I do, I just try to keep like item things together. So all the garlands together, all the bulbs are together, all the deer are together, kind of things like that. So when I go to decorate, I'm not forgetting that I have a piece, it's all together. Here is the way I like to store our lights, whether they're outside lights or tree lights or these garland lights. I always saw my mom take a piece of cardboard, and so I'll just go out in the garage and grab an Amazon box, because you guys know your house is probably full of them right now, and just tear off a piece, and then you can wrap up your lights. You can even label it. So if it's outdoor lights, you can label like where it goes or where it was started. And this is a very easy way so your lights don't get tangled. That way, when you pull it down and you start decorating next season, you're not like flustered and they're knotted and you don't want to deal with it. It's just easy and ready to go. All you have to do is take them off the piece of cardboard. And like I said, you can label it or do whatever you need to. And also, just a quick reminder, don't forget to take out those batteries as well. It's really smart to go ahead and put decor back out, because your house is going to feel empty no matter what, especially if you don't put out those previous pieces you had originally. So don't leave those shelves bare. If you want to wait and do it the next day, that's fine, but definitely get some cozy pieces back in there so you don't just feel like super depressed and empty. So that's why I like to just immediately dust and put those items back. If you want to change some decorating up, you can, but I highly suggest not doing too much change, just because you're so kind of like focused on getting everything taken down and organized. You don't want to be too stressed like redecorating at the same time. One thing I started doing last year was I left my winter stems out. Now I take like garland and all of that down, but it's nice having a little bit of winter vibes still in your house. I'm not ready to put up like spring greenery yet. I'm not going to put fall back up. So I feel like it's an easy way to still have some green in your home and some little touch of like Christmas and winter if you enjoy it. So if you haven't tried that, definitely try it out. I really enjoyed it last year, so I'm going to do it again this year. And then having like moss out is another good way. It's just a really good greenery that can go easily into spring and fall and all of that, but it looks really good with Christmas greenery as well. So I try to have bowls of that throughout my house. And then I also wanted to mention the sofa. I'm sure you guys have noticed it. I didn't get to do like a big reveal or anything just because of the holidays, and I wanted this video to go up. I'll talk about it more later, but we did get a gray sofa and I'm loving it. I'm really gonna miss my bows next year. I'm gonna go ahead and save them just in case they're still in style. I have a feeling there's gonna be something else, like the previous year's was bells, this year's it was bows. I don't know, is it gonna be stars? Is it gonna be angels? What are your guys' prediction of like what's gonna be trending next year with Christmas? I might just add it in with the bows because I didn't go overboard with the bows, but I feel like it was just enough touches to like bring my decor together. So I might leave them next year and then add, you know, a few pieces in of whatever's trending then, because I really did like the way they looked with the style of my house. So after you watch this video, or while you're watching this video, if you have some tips or tricks that could help people, definitely comment them down below. If you're watching and you need more motivation or just want to see what other people do, definitely go and read those comments. I feel like you guys are so good about like helping each other out and supporting each other through the comments. It brings me so much joy when I read it. You guys are just like talking with one another and praying for each other. So I love that. So if you want to help another sister out, let us know what you do, because I'm sure I'm even forgetting things or don't know of things you guys are doing that can be so helpful and just make life easier. While I had Christmas decor up, I really did change up a lot. I got the new artwork in the living room. I got the new sectional, new bar stools, this new hutch. I haven't really got to see it without Christmas decor, so I was really excited to get everything down and just to really let it shine and not the Christmas decor. I'm also working on the movie room. I'll do a reveal in there at some point. It may even be like over on Instagram. There could be a reel posted, but I've been tweaking that space as well. Now I'm going to start removing all the Christmas decor from this hutch. I actually thought it was going to be way more than what it actually was, so that was nice. I was really worried if I was going to be able to decorate this space without the Christmas decor, because I bought this during Christmas, decorated it during Christmas, and it was just perfection. I did grab a few new pieces while I was out at HomeGoods because I knew these pieces were going to be coming out and I didn't have anything to replace it since I haven't decorated it with it not being Christmas. And I think I nailed it. So you guys are gonna have to let me know what you guys think. Okay, this turned out better than I thought. I was getting worried because like I loved the Christmas decor in here so much that I thought, am I gonna like it once I take it out? But I picked up a few new pieces. So I grabbed this piece from HomeGoods. I love it. It looks so high end, but it's like lightweight, which I love. I also picked up these. They were on clearance and they look like black and white marble, but they're lightweight and they're not marble. And then this is marble and they had it displayed like this, but I picked it up and realized it was two pieces. I bought both of them because whoever stacked it like that, I feel like it looked really good. I'm gonna add like a candle there or something. A part of me wants to just leave this open because you see the decor more, but I don't know if that's weird. I'll shut it for now. I'm also wanting to do something up here. I want to find a cool light. And then I'm considering adding a rug right here. Let me know your thoughts. I don't have to do all of that, but something. And then I also want to add lights in between each shelf. I'm going to just order something off Amazon. Since I'm losing the glow of the Garland, I think it would be really cool at night. And then when these are shut, I honestly think you would see in there better. It's hard to because you guys are seeing a glare because my bedroom door. See, that's more like it. Oh, looks so good. Who knew I would love it decorating shelves? I mentioned earlier it's really smart to take photos before you take Christmas down so you can do it again next year if you want to, but it's also really good to take pictures before you put Christmas up because you think once again you're gonna know what goes in that space, but sometimes it's hard to remember. I could not remember how I had this space decorated. I thought I had a lot more in here. So I just opened up my phone and went through my photos, found the ones of what it looked like before I decorated, and this is how it was set up. I do not remember it like that. I thought I had stuff on the books, but that's why it's good to take pictures before. So remember to do that next year. Here is a little update so we're all on the same page. Like I mentioned earlier, it gets worse before it gets better. I'm not packing too much away yet because I want to make sure I have most of my items down so I know what I'm working with when I'm like putting it away. I had no idea how dirty the space was up here. Like, we do fix a lot of bacon and just cooking and stuff. It was just very greasy, I felt like. So you're gonna see me just grab this cloth. Water was not cutting it. I even pulled out my Jaws like kitchen cleaner. It has like a grease fighting agent in it. So I sprayed it and wiped it down. Typically this would be like a deeper clean, but I knew I wouldn't have this ladder to get back up here on a typical day. I'm not gonna think to grab it. So I thought, why have this out? Let me just go ahead and get it clean.
Does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like
Another organizational storage bin that I love are these wreath holders, and honestly you can fit probably 2 wreaths in them. Mine just came as a pack of 2 and I have 2 wreaths, so I just split them up, but you could fit 2 in there and it zip up. It protects them, they won't get dusty, they won't get like smashed, because you can like lay them on your trees, you can hang them up. I just feel like there's so many more options with them versus like cramming them in a bin. So if you have wreaths, and I will tell you, wreaths are not cheap, even the fake ones, the real ones, no matter what you get, I feel like they're all pricey, so you definitely want to take care of them. So I feel like this piece has been really helpful. Like I said, I think it's a 2-pack, and I'll have those linked down below.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before?
Now it's time to put up my nativity scene. I've had this for so long, since our first house. I tell this story all the time, but if you're new here, I wanted one so bad. Chase and I were first married. We had Savannah. We were broke. And they can just be pricey, and so we love to like crowd sell and estate sell. And so we walked into this home that there was an estate sale, and I found this set for $5. If you look at the tag on the right side of the screen, you can see it's still there. It says new set. It was $5. It even came with the box, so I can pack it away every year. It's really hard finding which piece goes where. That's what I need to take a picture of for next year, so I don't have to sit here forever trying to make it work. But I love that it still had that, so it keeps it safe after all these years. It's just done so well. So I love putting this out every year.
But if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all? And if you close your eyes, does it almost feel like you've been here before? Oh, how I'm beginning to be an optimist about this. How I'm beginning to be an optimist about this. If you close your eyes, does it almost feel like nothing changed at all?
Just a reminder, this can take a little while, so don't feel like you have to do it non-stop. Like, I stopped and had lunch, drinks, if you need to regroup. I wouldn't leave it until the next day unless you really have to, just because you don't want to wake up to a mess. But if you do need to take a moment, go for a walk, like I said, eat something, take a snack, get a drink, do it, and then push through, because it feels so good when you have it done and you put the tubs away and everything's back to normal.
I used to rule the world. Seas would rise when I gave the word. Now in the morning I sleep alone. Sweep the streets I used to own.
Now this nativity set was new. I found it from either Ross or Home Goods this year, and I don't want it to get broke. So I'm just gonna grab some tissue paper and I'm gonna wrap it up, and then I also make sure it's like on stockings or like a blanket, you know, soft things. You can see right there in the tub, the clear tub next to me, I forgot to mention it, but I have my stockings in there. I wrap the stocking holder in it so those don't get broke. Or, you know, if you have like special ornaments or whatever, you can take your tea towels, your kitchen towels, your stockings, anything that's soft, you can wrap it up in there. Just remember when you're unpacking it, you don't grab it out and it flies out and breaks. Not that I've done that. Or if your husband or kids are helping you unpack, just remember if you have like precious things in those, because sometimes you can forget.
Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field.
Now I'm gonna put these pine cones, I forgot to save the bag, or I did and I can't find it, just in a trash bag. I like despise glitter. Next year when I pull these out, I'm gonna spray them so I can like lock it in with some type of glue spray. You can see it's just all in the bowl, it gets everywhere. I do not love glitter. I think it's pretty, but I try to stay away from it. But I loved these oversized pine cones. So I'm gonna go ahead and save them for next year. I'm just gonna make sure and spray them next year before I put them out.
It was the wicked and wild wind blew down the doors to let me in. Shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I'd become. And revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. Oh, who would ever wanna be king? I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, I know St. Peter won't call my name ever alone this word, but that was when I ruled the world.
We're gonna run through this because I feel like I'm kind of starting to wrap it up. So this is a bag of donation, and I think I have a few other things out in the garage. My wreaths are packed away, all my wrapping paper, all my garland. The tree is already out in the garage to put up. I went ahead and took out all those ornaments because I don't need to protect those as much, and put all my deer and items in this, and I think that's gonna work out so much better. So they're not like laying on their side or getting scratched. And like I said, this comes with all sorts of dividers if you want to put like individual ornaments in it. I just don't have any like that, so that's going to be perfect for my deer. This is all like my keepsakes, special things that might get broken. I wrapped up my nativity scene, so there's 3 nativity scenes in here. I'm kind of worried about my mirrors. Little houses, they're cheap, so if they break, it's fine. But that's packed pretty tight. I try to pack things tight so when we're carrying them up and down, things aren't sliding around a lot. So in this one, I have my sign and then my really big deer, and then I packed it in with this red throw. I'm not ready to give it up because when I do like a pop of red, it's just a really nice one. I want to say it came from like Sam's or something, but even if I'm not using it out in my house, it's just really good to pack with. These are all the ornaments I like never use, probably never going to use. One day I'll get rid of them, but I always keep them just in case. Since I have a bin for them, I'm like, I'm just gonna go out and keep them. This is gonna be where all my stems go, but I like to leave a lot of my like winter greenery out until spring comes. So like in this space I didn't, because I already have like my tree in there. I may add something later, but like I never know what to put in my like vases, and I feel like I like the wintery, like winter stems. So I'm gonna leave those out. I did that last year and really enjoyed it. So when I'm done, I'll put them in here. I like that I don't have to fold them up too tight. This is really long. And then over here is a lot of my just like organic modern decor, some of my pine cones, my, you know, pot with my greenery in it, bells. And then down here are all like my stockings and stocking holders. And then I like to use pillows. Like even if I don't use these to decorate next year, I can get rid of them at that point. I like to cram it in there once again, so nothing's sliding around. I want to try to cram this one there. I don't think it's gonna fit. This one does, because like it locks in place. I don't know if this one's gonna work. If not, I can always just grab like extra towels or something like that. But I'm gonna start putting all the lids on and getting this out in the garage, and then Chase will put it up in the attic. We'll get it organized up in the attic. Don't forget things like dishes. We're not completely done with ours yet, so I'll put these up a little bit later, but I'm gonna put like my dishes that are very breakable, and my little wreath board like up here in these cabinets, so I don't have to worry about packing those away. Oh, another thing I'm gonna grab is my Christmas sweatshirt. Any sweatshirts or clothing I wear for the holidays, I just put in the bins because I don't need it out all year, so I'll probably just put my Christmas sweatshirt there, and that'll kind of help pack it. But just try to think of everything. Dog toys, if you want to put it up, Christmas dog toys, so it's new next year when you bring it out. If you have hand towels, you know, stuff in the washer, don't forget all that stuff and get this stuff put away. So try to open every drawer. A good tip is send your family around. Like, kids love doing this. I'll send Savannah around and I'm like, oh, make sure, look right there, I'm looking at it, there's a deer, and I'm just remembering I didn't look in either one of our guest bathrooms. So I still have some work to do, but it's fun to like let your husband and kids go around and they'll find things you completely forgot about, because the last thing you want to do is get everything put up and be like, great, now I've got to get everything back down. And the last thing I'm gonna do is make sure it gets organized in the attic, so I know where to find it next year. If you need to label your bins, you can. My camera ended up dying, so I'll have to show you later how it turned out. But thank you guys so much for being here. I hope some of these tips were helpful or new or something you can use this year when you're taking down Christmas. I won't see you again until next year, which is just right around the corner. So you guys have a good and safe New Year's, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.